So you're looking through a sextant at things through the sextant. Which one of these represents that, first of all?
Your sight to the star would be line B.
Line B. Okay.
Yes.
And where's the horizon?
The horizon's not in the diagram.
You know how a sextant works?
Yeah.
What do you look at in a sextant?
Well, you look at a celestial object. You don't need a horizon for a sextant. You don't need a horizon for a sextant. Now, the way that you operate the sextant is you start off by looking up at a celestial object, perhaps the sun. So you're looking up. Then you pinch the index arm right here, and as you bring the sextant down to look at the horizon, you don't need a horizon for a sextant.
You unlock this door with the key of
retardation.
Beyond it is another dimension. You're moving into a land of
bullshittery.
You've just crossed over into
the numpty zone.
You are so dumb. Damn.
Don't need. You sound a little bit quivery in the voice there, Bob. You don't need the horizon.
Of course not.
Say what? Are you high right now?
What the hell did you just say?
You don't need the horizon.
Of course not. Pinch the index arm right here, and as you bring the sextant down to look at the horizon,
you don't need the horizon.
Of course not. Now what'll happen is you'll bring the sun down to the horizon.
You're just being asked, do you know what dip correction is? If you don't, that's fine. Just say no. If you do, just tell us what dip correction is, Bob.
Dip correction is related to the angle formed between your horizontal and the horizon as you look down from an elevated height. You don't need a horizon for a sextant. Pinch the index arm right here, and as you bring the sextant down to look at the horizon, you don't need a horizon for a sextant. Your HS is your angle, is your altitude from the celestial object to the horizon. You don't need a horizon for a sextant. Now what'll happen is you'll bring the sun down to the horizon.
Is that what you're stating the horizon dip correction is?
Well, you look up to the celestial object and down to the horizon. You don't need a horizon for a sextant. Well, you look up to the celestial object. You don't need a horizon for a sextant. And down to the horizon. So you don't need a horizon with a sextant, no.
Everyone stop. Just want to clarify what he said. So you're saying that when you use the sextant, it's literally pointed downwards towards the lower horizon on your sphere. I'm not going to try and get you in a gotcha. I'm just clarifying your position, Bob.
That's absolutely correct, Nathan.
Fine.
You don't need a horizon for a sextant. Now what'll happen is you'll bring the sun down to the horizon. You don't need a horizon for a sextant.
Go ahead, Tenth.
He said he does. He said he doesn't use the horizon. I want him to affirm that.
Yes. Now the way that you operate the sextant is you start off by looking up at a celestial object, perhaps the sun. So you're looking up. Then you pinch the index arm right here, and as you bring the sextant down to look at the horizon, so you don't need a horizon with a sextant, no.
Oh, son of a... That's going to leave a mark.
Your HS is your angle, is your altitude from the celestial object to the horizon. So you don't need a horizon with a sextant, no. Your HS is your angle, is your altitude from the celestial object to the horizon. So you don't need a horizon with a sextant, no. Now the way that you operate the sextant is you start off by looking up at a celestial object, perhaps the sun. So you're looking up. Pinch the index arm right here, and as you bring the sextant down to look at the horizon, so you don't need a horizon with a sextant, no. Now what'll happen is you'll bring the sun down to the horizon, so you don't need a horizon with a sextant, no. Until the very lower limb of the sun, the bottom edge of the sun, is just touching the horizon. You don't need a horizon for a sextant. And then what you do is you rock it back and forth a little bit, to make sure that you are at the bottom of the swing so that the sun is literally just touching the horizon. You don't need a horizon for a sextant. And then you read off your angle. So you don't need a horizon with a sextant, no.
Turn out the lights.
Double speaking, tender clown face monkey.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end.
Ballers scattered on dawn's highway bleeding. Fallacies and refravity crowd their fragile eggshell minds.
Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird's a winner.
You're a clown. Hey guys, how's it going today? Everyone's doing fine. Got a great one lined up for you today. Maybe. We'll see how it goes. As usual, if you'd like to support this channel, there are PayPal and Patreon links in the info box below. Let's see who we got in Discord. Oh, we got a few people in there. All right, let's release them. We have the beautiful Betty Van Velsen. How's it going today, Betty?
Am I released?
You are released.
Oh, wow. I can fly now.
Fly away.
Yeah. Well, how am I doing? Well, great. I think things are getting like a little grim, I think, with the Omicron.
Grim. Oh, that fly away, I wanted to bring that back up. Remember Bassano? Remember he had that one show, right? And he's looking at one of the NASA videos. I think they were fixing the Hubble. And he's just watching the video and just snickering at these guys being out there when they shouldn't have been out there because there was no documentation of them being up there anyway at the time. But I digress. So he's watching them fix it. And the guy, the astronaut's holding on to the Hubble, and the Earth and everything's not moving, right? And then he released it, and everything started rotating again.
Yeah.
and Bassano, he wasn't ready for it, right? Which made it priceless. He said he did a double take. He goes, well, wait a second. Let me go back here.
Well, I think Bassano was more explicit with his words.
Yeah, he was.
Probably not appropriate to sort of repeat his language.
And then he said, be free. Let you fly away. That's when you said that, that immediately brought me back to that. That's too funny.
Okay, I thought, well, where is that flying here? So, yeah, I was losing the connection. But, yeah, you brought it up again.
Did I connect it?
I hope, hopefully for the audience as well.
I love connections.
Yeah. Well, we have a lot of disconnect lately.
Yeah,
people.
we have. That's what makes it fun, though.
People, I think, because it seems like some in this little niche, maybe of the flat Earth, we might be like the only sane people in an insane world.
Niche. I like that. I like that word. That's a really good word. It's not as good as acquiesce, but it's good.
Oh, it's a shorter word, but yeah.
It is. You can stuff it in pretty much anywhere and get away with it in this niche, and then just move on to the next statement.
Yeah. Well, I think I remember you saying that word first, or someone else. I don't know. I think you used that word years ago by saying that you were a flat earther, but also a Christian, and then also a creationist, right? And then don't.
I'm a flat Earth. I'm a young Earth creationist, flat Earth, dome, wrong order.
Yeah. You said it differently.
I did. That's the wrong order. I'm a flat, non-rotating, domed young Earth creationist.
Yeah. Yeah. And that is a special niche, right? Because there's flat earthers that are not creationists and not the other way around. I mean, it's strange.
Yeah. Number one,
yeah.
Number one, I didn't say niche. That might be a niche, but I didn't say it.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask.
Sorry, go ahead.
Is this Dutch night? Are we talking about my brother's daughter and you're putting a Dutch accent on?
No, not niche. Niche.
I know niche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
My brother's daughter, my niche.
Yeah. Well, no niche.
My niche.
What are you, a gangster?
goodness
Humphrey
gracious,
Bogart?
Adam.
My niche.
There is a difference between niche and niche.
I thought John was putting a Dutch accent on. That's all. I was just asking.
No, never.
Well, the way QE described himself, wouldn't it just be easier to say, I'm a Bible believer?
But I do have to admit that the word niche is also a word that we use in Dutch. Not that much, because I think it's a little bit upper echelon Dutch word talk, right? But I think it might originate from maybe France, that word, because I don't think it's really native to the Dutch language either. So, but I've known about that word and I like that word for the longest of times. Because, it is a special word.
You just never know what is going to happen. That's why I love these open discussions. It just goes on its own path.
You should have been here earlier because Adam and Neil were talking a great deal about some other issues in the world. So that was very interesting too.
Chewy, what do you call when you come to Christ? What's that word you use? It's a what? Oh, gosh. I remember when you used to call a reckoning.
It's the reckoning. Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Reckoning.
Oh, that sounds more like Highlander. There can be only one.
I love that.
What a great movie that was, right? The original Highlander. That was outstanding.
Yeah. I love the role of Sean Connery. That guy was great in that movie.
Yeah.
The music.
Yeah, Queen in that movie. I tell you what, I must have bought that cassette like 5-6 times. Bought it, lost it, bought it, lost it, bought it. It just.
Are you that sort of person that when you lose it, you buy it again?
Yeah, especially that one because it's so good.
The Masters of the Universe. Yep, that was a great.
And I like the songs with Queen, right?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Who wants to live forever?
Yes.
Who dares to love forever? I'm no Freddie Mercury, but that's some good stuff right there.
Yeah, there's only one Freddie.
Yep.
Yeah, he had a really high range of notes that he could.
Oh yeah, I shouldn't even done it. Sorry about that, Freddie. I could do it in the shower.
Yeah. Well, if you'd close the door, you can.
Oh shoot! Oh man, that was a good one, Betty.
That was a good. Yeah. That was a good one, Betty. What?
She said, "Yeah, if you close the door."
Oh, is that what she said?
You didn't hear that, huh?
No, I didn't hear that. Thanks.
Yeah, that's why they have locks on the doors of the showers.
Oh, good. So we only got 45 minutes left. Just to let everyone know that I got an hour. So
again, what's going to happen? Why are you having an hour only?
I got a very, very important appointment in our.
Look, John. Look. I know, and let's just keep it that it's personal. Really, really personal.
Gotta shoot his bow.
Shut up, Neil. Don't ruin it.
Got archery class.
Like you'd know.
That's a classic.
It's emotionally very relevant to him right now. What I was going to say.
Is that it?
Emotion being want, obviously.
Yeah, yeah. So only an hour, so you got to think up something. We got 45 minutes to fill.
On this first bit, and the word niche, this first bit is a niche. I looked it up, the word niche. Specialized segment of the market for a particular kind of product or service. Which is what it is. And then the second description, a comfortable or suitable position in life or employment. He has found his niche in life.
I thought it was a niche. What's this niche?
As Betty alluded to, it's French. I don't mind a bit. I would imagine it where it comes from. Niche. That'd require a T, Neil.
Are you saying my name, madam? Mitch?
Hey,
Mitch.
what's up, Mitch?
Mitch, we're calling him.
It's Mish. What's up, Mish?
Hey guys, how are you? Yeah, there's only one Freddy, and there's only one type of adjacent. Absolutely.
Yeah,
flat and
correct.
straight.
Correct. Let me, let me do you a service, because your video yesterday was one of the best ones I've ever seen. Betty, no, not Betty. Hey, Mitch, can you grab that link and start spamming that link in the chat? People, if you've not seen Mitchell's, I don't know if it's the latest one, but it's the one where it's the sextant trap. You got to see it. We're going to talk about a couple points I'm going to show you here in a few minutes. But somebody spam that link in there.
So you do have some content today?
I always got content, sister.
Too funny.
Yeah. So shout out to Mitch, man. He's just killing it. Just killing it. You know why? Because he's a ball buster. That's why.
Yeah, that he is.
Poor little old Neil ain't nothing.
We didn't say that, Neil.
I know, I said it.
Stop feeling sorry for yourself playing the victim. It's pathetic.
Can't help it. I live in New York.
Are there only victims in New York?
Yeah, you would think.
Oh,
I'm working and everybody's collecting.
That was even on the movie Highlander. New York. New York. Yeah. Mom.
There's a lot of victims in New York. How many people are living in New York nowadays?
The heck knows?
Who cares?
Millions,
Yeah, I'm going
right?
to tell you what New York is now. New York. If you go into like Times Square, you smell marijuana, feces, and urine all mixed up in one. And while you're smelling that, big rats are running across your feet. You got to walk in the middle of the street at night or early morning because there's rats everywhere.
Wow.
I'm not even joking.
Yeah, that's New Amsterdam for you. They brought it over from Dutchland.
Guys, and then you sort of like squandered it, right?
Yeah.
It was great when we started it, but then people took over. Now you see what happens.
Giuliani cleaned it up. He got rid of all the pornography, got rid of the mafia, and it was clean. It was nice. Now it's I can't even recognize it. It's disgusting.
Because people left God. That's it. We need to return to God.
That's correct.
Yeah. Because if we don't pray, which is our best weapon, right, against all this, then we can make this world a really beautiful place.
Okay, and that's exactly what happened. Times Square Church came in there, took over like a pornographic play. They got the property, and after that, they passed what's called the Wilkerson Law, and you can no longer take where they have the plays, the theaters. You cannot buy one of them and make it a church. Look it up. It's called the Wilkerson Law. So David Wilkerson came in 87, and then they began to pray for leadership in the city. And that's when Giuliani took over, and then he cleaned up the whole city. That's exact fact truth.
Cool.
Wow.
Thanks, Neil.
Ah,
Now,
good little history lessons are very
I just
educational.
yeah, well, hold on. I want to get Adam in there because we got an important subject to talk to Adam about because Adam was expecting some victuals being delivered. And let me just ask Adam something. Did Muhammad find his way?
let me preface that so people have a freaking clue. Right, so this is the food segment for the evening, isn't it, John?
Yes.
If my wife, who like myself and my children, decided against any kind of jibby jabby action. My wife and my youngest son, who's 14, have come down with COVID. Really, really bad flu is what she's going through at the moment, and I've just nipped down. That's why I interjected, because I was a bit lost with Neil's Rastafarian rat, so I was confused in New York. But John, I was chatting to John post show, and I think, are we going to start a GoFundMe for this Deliveroo driver? Apparently GPS does not work as far as we could tell, because I'm in charge of tea because my wife's poorly. This is the point. And I'd ordered Deliveroo, and John was privileged as I mean, how long was I spending, John, trying to talk him through this?
I was back there snickering in the background. You let me listen to him. I was laughing, man. I was back there saying, "Give him a sextant," but he's a baller. It probably wouldn't help him.
Yeah. Well, that's what we said. It'd be better off with the sextant because his GPS does not work as far as we could tell. But yeah, Mohammed, which was the name of the beauty of the Deliveroo app, it tells you the name of the driver. So yeah, Mohammed did find them out, and I got my dirty fry with Korean prawns and onion rings. So yeah,
sweet.
There's
Cool.
tonight's food.
Yeah. Was
What
it
does
good?
Muhammad mean?
Hold on a second, Neil, before you get into that stuff. Was the food good?
Dirty fries are always nice, aren't they?
What do you mean, dirty fries? What did he throw them in a mud puddle and put them back in the pack?
Seasoned.
They were covered in cheese, spring onion, I think a few oniony shakes, and then the Korean sauce on top with the prawns. Like Korean spicy prawns.
If it's only a 1 hour show, then let's not get into the food topic.
Oh, what's up, Flat Arthur?
Exactly.
Oh, I'm in my niche right now.
May I just go ahead and ask this question to Syrinx, which is very pertinent to
Move us on, Arthur. Fair play.
Yep, so Syrinx, like you just said, that praying is the most potent weapon that the Christians have on their behalf. But
Correct.
I had this discussion, Adam Meakin sir, if you are following my channel, many controversial topics have been discussed on my channel in the past few uploads of mine, where you can't just escape but discuss religion when you get into flat earth. So I have been having this discussion with Hindu people and then Islamic people, and then ultimately
Hey guys, you out there? Anyone in chat? Just had a power outage, man. Give me a yo if you guys are still out there. Yeah, it's not buffering. You guys hear me out there? Radio check 1 2 1 2. Yeah, you got me. Yeah, sorry guys, the power went out. Let me go ahead and get Discord back up. 1 second. Yeah, it's my fault. Yeah. They're going to get a nasty letter. I might call them after I'm done. If I wasn't busy today, I'd call them. About tired of this. All right, let's head back in there.
when they believe that Jesus
guys,
Christ is going to come back,
hold up,
I
hold
make
up.
it a point to differentiate that.
Hello. Hold on a second,
Hello,
guys. Yeah, hold
Are we
on.
back? Are we back?
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Let me make sure. The power went out here, man. Everything went down. So give me a second.
Yeah, stream's still up, so people say that it's buffering.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, Nathan's shouting hello, which probably corresponded with the lag.
Yeah,
to you.
it took
It
took everything out. So let me just make sure everything is
Just
golden.
locally or regionally?
My God.
Just asking a question. Oh, there we got Nathan.
Just relax for a second.
Look, everybody's very excited. So I think I should take the opportunity to say subscribe to Nathan Oakley,
Wow.
19.
Great timing.
You're a bad man.
All right. So
It's gonna
looks.
drop. How long? I knew. You see, I knew it weren't going to be long. I know.
All right, everyone, did you get it all out?
No, we've got a lot of chat and me, Arthur, and Neil that will need to go on after this, but we need to keep it out of the show. So, yeah, move on, QA.
Yeah, good. Thanks for the Skype call. Appreciate that. And it took
For
out,
anyone that
hold on a second. It took out all of my content that was lined up. I am not going to chase it back down again. So we'll just roll from here for the next 30 minutes. So Mitchell, go ahead.
You have no content now. Well, there you go.
For anyone that
and prophesying does. I prophesied over you. You have no content, and what happens? You have no content.
Go ahead,
for anyone that just missed the last couple of minutes, for anyone that just missed that, that was the best globe debunking flat Earth proof you would ever hear. I'm sorry, YouTube, you just missed out.
Inshallah, indeed, Mitchell. Inshallah.
Okay. Let's go ahead and pick up where it left off. Flat Arthur, you had just started speaking to Adam. Would you like to start over?
I did not just start. The whole time that you were not here, I was speaking. So we were on a topic, and I was waiting for Adam and Syrinx to answer a few of my questions. I had already put my question.
I think.
Can you repeat the question just for the audience?
Basically, from a Muslim point of view, people say that Bible is something that does not encourage you to actually do anything on the ground. It only encourages you to study the Bible, to read the Bible, and then, I don't know, I mean, pray to God so that things get better. But then the Muslim friend of mine is of the opinion that we have to be up in arms against the New World Order. And if we want, we can stop it. But then all the revelations which are given in the Bible, they are prophecies. That means no one can stop those things from happening. But then this Muslim friend of mine is of the opinion that if we can try, we can stop those things from happening. So I'm not sure.
There are some examples from the Bible, I think, right? Jonah was prophesying and were Nineveh, and eventually they heard it because people God. Right?
Okay, stop for a second. Somebody's mic's open. Whose mic is open? Flat Arthur. When you're not speaking, you need to go on mute.
So the story in the Bible from Nineveh is how we can sort of postpone things or even evade things. We need to pray. We need to go back to God. That's the only way. But I think that God sort of knows that in the end, the corruption is so far ahead, and we have sort of let go too much that last book of the Bible has been written. But there's some great hope in that book. The spirit of Elijah will be released over believers. The latter rain. People will do the things of Jesus and even better, right? Even because Jesus said that we will do better or more of these miracles than he did. So the Bible, we need to read the Bible and know that God is powerful. So, but we do not do that with violence. We do not do that with demonstrations and by throwing bricks at the police and stuff. We do that by praying. Praying is our weapon, and also healing people and raising people from the dead and showing the real miracles that Jesus did and performed.
Oh, I got it. You can take the conversation wherever you want, but I just posted a few of the links to my previous discussions, and one thumbnail you can see that it is Thou art that, which is a predominant philosophy in the Sanatan Dharma, which is basically the Hinduism religion, which says that thou art that, which means that you are God, versus I am that I am. So that was a conversation that went on for almost like 2 hours.
Arthur, before you move on to a much more, that's the name
I'm
of
just
God.
only
I know,
about
but
our time period that we have today.
You're about to invoke the name of God, which is a much more deeper conversation if you're going to compare those two things. I just, whilst we were off there, Neil chipped in. I could just respond to that one point, because I think the first point I'd say is it's impossible, whether you're talking about the end times or whatever, to convince someone of another faith with your scripture. If you're going to engage with Muslims on flat Earth, and I find it very useful to use their scripture to validate my point, which it does. And now, if we were going to look at this, is there a point of bothering to try stuff? I don't think it's that simple. I don't think Jesus tells you not to try. He tells you to try very, very hard to do the right things. That's not necessarily to stand against Caesar, shall we say. Yeah, he guides you to do the right things in your personal situation, which will tend to be helping your brother in these tough times, not necessarily being the Garibaldi militant. Yeah. So, but with that in mind, the implication you said is that from a Muslim point of view, there's no point, we can change this. As if that's some kind of juxtaposition to the Christian point of view with regards to an apocalypse, the end of times. Well, I would remind any Muslim, irrespective of where you see Jesus, whether you see a Muslim point of view that Jesus is one of the prophets, or how the Christian point of view, but outside of that denomination of Jesus, Isa, being one of the prophets, within their own, within the Quran, they have their own end times. And Isa is coming back, as I said, on a white horse, to judge us all with fire. Yeah? Just as described in Revelation, just as we understand it. So it's the same end times for Muslims as it is, and it's the same being, the same Jesus, the same Isa that's going to do that. So it seems an odd thing that Muslims would, Muslims pretending you can change humanity and that their own scripture wouldn't occur. That seems strange to me, Arthur.
No, sir. I will bring an end to this topic and QE can go ahead with his own show. But I will bring an end to this topic by saying that this is where we stand at the end of the discussion, hours of discussion with all kinds of friends from Hindu background, from Muslim background. So this is the end, that every religion of the world is ultimately talking about the same thing, which can be summarized into monism, that all the teachings of all the great scriptures of the world is the same. So I beg to differ, and I have finally come to the conclusion in all these discussions of mine that every religion, you are right, Muslim and Hinduism and every other religion of the world is talking about the same thing except the Bible. The Bible is different from every other religion, and we have made it a point to similarize, if that is a word, that all the religions of the world are the same. They are similar and they are talking about the same thing except for Christianity or the Bible. That is where we stand in all these discussions of ours. And the discussion that FEPC. FEPC is basically Flat Earth Pe Charcha, which in English would translate to a discussion on flat Earth, which has two connotations. A discussion on flat Earth, which also means that we are all living on a flat Earth and we are having this discussion. But on the other hand, it also means that we are discussing on the topic of flat Earth and beyond flat Earth. So beyond flat Earth, this is where we stand at this moment. FAPC 21, the link that I shared in Ballbusters live stream right now, and the thumbnail that you see, Duniya banane wale kahe ko duniya banai, that ultimately translates to the creator of the world. Duniya is the world. Duniya banane wale is the creator of the world. Why did you create the world? So that is the title of my video also. Why did God create the world? And I suppose this particular video has parts of it in English, but most of the other videos are mostly in English. So I am not sure whether you are going to enjoy it or not. But the FEPC 22, which is titled I Am What I Am. So I am very imaginative with these titles of my videos. I am what I am, but ultimately that is the core of the discussion that we have. Most of it might be in Hindi, but the core of the discussion is the conversation or the dichotomy between you are gods and you can do whatever you want, do what thou wilt, versus I am that I am, which is the God of the Bible. So this is our whole contradiction.
Good discussions happening then, right?
Sure. It's
Yeah.
very controversial from an Indian point of view, India perspective.
You might start a whole new awakening there in India.
So,
New revival. Huh? That's what we need. Yep. There is someone in the chat that I don't know, but he's DM'd me and wants to be unmuted. QE, are you agreeing that I unmute Cherubim?
Who is it?
Cherubim, the one that's up above here. So
Oh, I don't know him. Yeah, go ahead.
maybe because I think that he's a boss, so he wants to have a conversation about things. Hopefully, he will be cordial in conversation.
He better make it quick.
Yeah, well, I open it up now. Hi, Cherubim, welcome.
Hey.
Hey. So you're still on the ball side in your niche, right?
No. Actually, I'm not.
Oh, okay. Did we label you wrong?
I don't know who labeled me at all.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I don't think I live on a globe, nor do I think the Earth is flat, right? So that's kind of where I am.
Sort of stuck in the middle then, huh?
No, I'm above that.
Above.
Correct.
Interesting position. Okay. So, what are your proofs that you're not living on a globe then?
God.
Okay. Yeah. Good position to have. And what makes you think that you're not on a flat Earth?
Because I know the truth.
Which is?
Well, I mean, my truth is your truth, right?
Hopefully.
Okay, good. So we're in the Garden of Eden now.
Right. Is that your contribution for today?
Maybe just for today, but maybe in the future we can go deeper.
I can hardly contain myself. I can't wait.
All right, perfect.
If you wait till after the show, if you've not got if you want to go into stuff that you don't want to talk about now, I don't know.
I mean, we can make it the show if you want, but it's not my show, right? So,
dude, let me finish. I was about to say, John's got a very, very important appointment that he has to go for in 15 minutes. If you want to linger after the show to discuss this bit that's probably sounds too in depth for 15 minutes, and hang about is what I was going to say. But unless you've got a point that we could an easy point, because you present an interesting perspective. So before we go into what sounds spirituality, and then understanding from that, have you got a point with regards to a simple point with regards to why it's neither flat nor a ball?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be around. We can talk about it.
Oh,
okay.
Man, that show was going great. I'm going over there. Maybe not today. Going over there, get a piece of my mind.
Where?
At the electric company.
Oh, why?
Why you think?
Well, you're still here, aren't you?
Yeah, it ruined, right? Boom, everything goes down and then everything pops up. So it kills the internet immediately. So I lost everything. All right. And then it comes on the next second. It's just like a brief power outage. It's just sticking in my craw.
Yeah. Well, be glad that you're here now, right?
Don't be philosophizing.
No, I'm just trying to not bring this show down and bring it back up again, right? Instead of killing it.
I ain't killing the show.
Yeah, well, you aren't killing it.
You've got to use that chi in a bit, right?
I'll give you some
building up
chi.
right now to hit that bullseye.
On that bullseye, listen to you.
Look, I'll put it this way. I was going to say, I'll put it this way. If it wasn't for QE, right, I wouldn't be in the garden today.
Really?
Amen, brother.
Wow.
And I'm dead serious. I remember you from like 2 years ago on FE.
What specific topic was that? Flat Earth or another topic related?
I mean, we can't prove that history exists, right? But I'm just saying, I remember crossing paths with this individual, right? And because of that path crossing, I got turned into something that I wasn't before after that experience.
You talk very cryptically.
What of QE? Because QE was out there before Flat Earth smashing stuff, yeah. So which of the many myriad of things that he's put out of the many topics, which topic was it that struck you first at this path crossing?
I think it was the way that he talked to people, right? He kind of like put on the coat of a mirror, right? And when the person was talking to him, they were looking at themselves in the mirror because of the things that he was responding back to them, right? Based on their logics and proofs and stuff like that. And that's kind of what changed my shift of direction into a new one where I started thinking like he did, right? And then I applied just that general wisdom and knowledge to my life, and it made me a better person.
Damn.
Which topic? Which mirror? If we're talking in analogy, which mirror? Was it the mirror of quantum mechanics? Was it the mirror of flat Earth? Was it the mirror of gas pressure? The mirror of, if we go back with QE, the mirror of evolution.
Evolution.
Yeah, but you're just trying to label God, right? Like that's what you're trying
to
do.
I'm asking you. You said I came across QE. I'm asking you which of these mirrors, as the analogy you're using, was the point you came across QE? Which of these mirrors that he was showing up to people was the one you first saw? Was it when he was talking about evolution or the ontological primitive? Which of the things that was first resonated with you when you came across him? Is what I'm asking.
Oh yeah, the topic at hand was flat Earth.
Oh, so it was flat Earth. Cool.
Yeah, it was flat Earth. Yeah.
Which
sorry, I thought my bad. I thought you were trying to dive deeper than flat Earth, but if you're keeping it general, yes, it was just flat Earth.
I think we've only got 10 minutes. We can't go too deep as to how it affected you. So so it's within the genre of flat Earth. Which is the thing that resonated with you first in terms of like? So if you think about QE, it's when gas pressure without a container hit him that he realised it was couldn't be a ball. So which of his bits is the thing that says shit, it can't. Because you said I'm not a flat earther, so I'm not asking you which of it says to me it's flat. I'm asking you which of when he was listening to him says can't be a ball. What was that?
It's the way that he can pick someone's own idea out of their brain and show it to them in his mirror, right? That was the main thing.
Which bit did he pick out of your brain with regards to flat Earth that said, it's not a ball?
Well, I didn't have anything. Hold on, I didn't have anything to pick out of my brain at the time, right? I was already erased, but through him, right, I learned how to interact with a specific group of individuals, right, that are otherwise could be a pain in the ass, right?
Them being.
Yeah, well, they're using the fallacies or pointing to people the fallacies they use, perhaps.
Correct.
Yeah.
And how to deconstruct their thought process to prove to them that they're wrong, right? That's the key.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something that I liked too from the beginning with Robert Bassano. That was one of the first times I saw quantum erasure in action. And with Robert Bassano, he took him back just to the basics and say, hey, we need to go back to the basics, see what we have, and then don't sort of build on the things that are already reification fallacies, basically, right? Just assume the ball and then work your way around it, literally. But just
Yeah, and see,
try that down, right? Yeah. Yeah.
But going by that same logic, Cherubim, you would also be able to falsify flat earthers' claims because you only have that mindset of thinking about things. So just like you were able to debunk globe earthers, were you also able to debunk flat earthers using the same logic because you are neither a globe earther nor a flat earther?
yeah, correct. I was able to debunk everything, right? And ultimately came to the ultimate truth. And then now that I've come to that, right, I just give it out for free.
Which is what? The ultimate truth?
Hey, well, I mean, what do you mean, bro? You want me to give you eternal life for free? I already DM'd you, so you can just look at that, bro. And you can believe it, right? Or you can choose not to. But, at least you have a choice now.
Mm-hmm.
Choices are good. The choices that we have to make right now in this line from the government, for example, are more difficult to make. It's not between coffee or tea anymore. It's just you're gonna have life through or death through a jab or death through something else, right? Being excluded.
Yeah, I mean, using what Quantum E started with, right? Like that technology, when you can harness that power and then use it to find the truth, right? And then when you do find the truth, if you utilize that, right, then you will become infinite.
Yep. All right. Good. We got someone else that has a baller question. It's Numpty Noah.
He's got to make it quick.
Okay, Numpty.
All right. So I was talking to a couple ballers the other day, and they gave me this as a proof for a globe. They said that if you take like the longitude and latitude of say LA and New York, and you calculate the difference of it.
Stop. Longitude and latitude, right? Where they? Can you show me a longitude and latitude line?
In real life?
Yes.
Or
yes, in reality. I need to see longitude and latitude.
Line.
I
believe it has to do with an angle to a star or something.
No, it doesn't. They're fairy tales. They're imaginary lines they place from the celestial, from up in the sky, right? So it's complete non sequitur to the discussion on whether the Earth's flat or sphere. What I'm saying.
They claim that the distances would be different.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what they claim if their premise is going off longitude and latitude, which doesn't exist in reality. that is superimposed from the celestial, what they call sphere, from the sky. It has nothing whatsoever to do with the shape of the Earth.
Is it a reification fallacy? This is longitude and latitude lines.
I guess so, yeah. They were, and then they were talking about like making a triangle on the surface of the Earth.
Oh, really? How could they make a triangle on the surface of the Earth? Do they have a curved adjacent?
What?
Curved.
I'm not sure.
Curved adjacent. The adjacent part of the right triangle?
I believe they like would take 3 points on the ground and try to make a triangle in between it, and they said it doesn't have 180 degrees is what they told me, and therefore
really?
it's a sphere.
Then it's not a triangle.
Yep.
Yeah, but they use that ball thing, right? They zoom the ball, right? And then they have the 3 points, and they say, well, there's according to this, it proves a ball because you have more than 80 degrees.
No. Then it's not a triangle. But that defeats the angle sum property of a triangle. How many degrees are in a triangle?
180.
You got that right, and only 180. No more, no less. 180. And if it doesn't have 180, then it's not a triangle.
It's not a triangle, John. And that's the point. A triangle is 3 points joined together by straight lines. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, well, when they try and place earthly coordinates onto a ball, they stop being able to use the term triangle, because it is, by definition of geometry, no longer a triangle if you're going to use the surface of a ball to calculate things. There is a triangle with the sector it will cut out. That will add up to 180. You try and take the angles between those 3 points and measure them off the surface of a sphere, and that's all you've got is exactly that, 3 points on the surface of a sphere. And those angles will vary massively. They don't fit the terms of geometry if a triangle has 180, because they're not a triangle. They're 3 points on the surface of a sphere. And those angles will vary, but various things. But unlike in any other triangle, those angles will vary by a rate of r also. It's not a triangle.
Yeah.
You put it on the surface of a sphere.
So we killed that. I mean, you couldn't even get a sentence out. That's the way it usually goes. I'm sorry we can't delve deeper into that. We are going to have to wrap it up. I want you to keep that question, though, Noah. And for next Tuesday's show, please come back. Okay? Yeah. Write the question out the best way you can and come back. I do want you to bring it back up again. I don't want to answer in a hurry, but we did destroy it relatively easily right at the outset. But I'd like to go deeper into that, but for now I just can't. Stay tuned. Okay. Stay tuned this weekend for BALLBUSTERS. We got another iteration of the nature of science and the scientific method. It's going to be outstanding. Betty, Thursday. Do we have anything on Thursday coming up?
No, I haven't had the time to because it's a really extensive thing that I'm working on, and I need to make it perfect. Right? I need to present it well and make it perfect.
Okay.
Hopefully, I get it. At least have a presentation next Thursday.
Okay.
I'm working very fast on it. I hope that I get the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to finish up with? Because I got to get out of here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I thank the people that were patient. I saw Nathan post that there were 77 people today, so that's good. And hopefully, people will still watch and return to previous videos with the very important content that we have. And yeah, on to the next time. Right?
All right, thanks. Hey, I appreciate you guys in there. Sorry I have to take off so quick, but I got to do what I got to do. Apologize to you guys out there. There's nothing I can do with the power going out. It's just something that happens, man. You know, it's one of those things. So pretty good conversation today. We'll get back to it. We're headed deep into the scientific method and science. We might finish it up on Saturday. I don't know. Probably not. I think that's the longer part of the presentation, but that's okay. We'll finish it up over the next 2 shows. And hopefully the power will stay on. So hang in there, guys. I'll catch you on the flip side.